Hey everyone, this is John here, and I want to talk about something really interesting today. I just read a really interesting article from Yahoo Money about the IRS cracking down on small-time eBay and Etsy sellers, and I think this is really important information for some of these small-time resellers out there. So we're going to jump right into this article right after the intro.
Try to catch me howling at the moon.
My wife and I have sold online full-time since 2017, and my experience goes all the way back to 1998 selling on eBay as a platform. And in that time, we have sold over $1 million worth of merchandise online through eBay alone. So what we like to do is we like to share our experiences with the people who have subscribed to our channel, and every once in a while we'll find an interesting news article and we will share that with you guys, and I personally will try to break it down and we can navigate how that will affect the reselling community as a whole. And today I found a really interesting article from Yahoo Money. It says the IRS is cracking down on small-time eBay and Etsy sellers. And we're going to go over the article. We're not going to go over the whole article. We're just going to hit the highlights of it, and then we are going to discuss those things and see how they impact us as resellers. We are going to switch screens here. I'm going to go over to my screen share here, and we are going to talk about this news story from Yahoo Money. It says the IRS is cracking down on small-time eBay and Etsy sellers. Starting next year, if you sell a bike or an old camera on eBay, the tax man wants to know, beginning in January 2022, anyone who sells more than $600 worth of goods through an online auction site or rivals like Etsy or Facebook Marketplace will receive a 1099-K form detailing the transactions for the IRS. For now, only sellers who move $20,000 worth of goods and compete at least 200 transactions have their activity automatically reported. And that is the current threshold, that you have to sell more than $20,000 and complete at least 200 transactions. So quite honestly, you could sell 150 items for 150 million, and they're not currently giving a 1099-K. The reselling websites are not submitting that information, so that through a 1099-K that would be given to the IRS, so that you would have to pay taxes. The new rules, part of the America Rescue Plan Act of 2021, apply to anyone who receives payments for goods or services that are processed by a third-party network like PayPal or Venmo, or the current service that eBay is using. They will give you a 1099 as well. The news of the change has stirred up a lot of confusion and worry as it has rippled through the online selling communities, with some people threatening to quit selling altogether. I don't know why it's caused so much anxiety, says tax attorney Barbara Weltman. There's nothing to change in the terms of your selling activity. But here's the fact. A lot of people are not currently paying taxes on the stuff that they're selling. Like I said, if you were selling $10,000 and 199 transactions, you're not getting a 1099-K, and a lot of those people were not paying taxes. A lot of people were just pocketing that money because they thought that 20,000 and 200 transaction was the threshold to where you had to start paying taxes, but that's just not the truth. When in reality, just about any time you sell something as a business for a profit, you should be paying taxes on that. That's what the government would have you to believe. And, well, they make the rules, so what I'm going to tell you is what the government would tell you, that if you're making money for profit, then you probably need to be paying taxes on that. So the problem is that there are a lot of people out there that has never went through this process. We have a person that does our taxes. That's my wife, and she is very well versed. She spent a lot of time educating herself and learning how to do the taxes properly, and we have had a lot of success with her doing our taxes. But it was a struggle to get to where we're at today, to learn the process, and we probably still don't take all the deductions that we should. In fact, I know we don't, because I've told her that I would rather not take all of the deductions, because if there was ever an issue, then I know that I would have some area to fall back on. That being said, if you get a 1099-K, it increases your costs of doing your taxes. If you do them yourself, you have to pay a little bit more for the software. You have to pay more for the for whatever the Schedule C that you have to use to fill out your taxes. And just saying, I am not a tax expert. None of the information that I'm giving here is to be construed as tax advice. Seek an accountant like we did. Find someone to educate you like we did to do your taxes in your state, because each state is a little bit different. But so you have to pay a little bit more to file your taxes. So if you're only selling, $1,000 and say your cost of goods were $500, you made $500 on those items, and then it costs you $250 to do your taxes. I mean, that's not unheard of. That's if you went somewhere to have them done for business, you'd probably be paying $250. So, a lot of people are stepping back and going, whoa, do I even want to sell on eBay anymore, because I'm afraid that I'm just going to get myself into a pickle. And a lot of people don't want to deal with the IRS. I mean, nobody wants to get audited. That's, everyone's fear when you own your own business, is that you're afraid of doing something wrong and then the IRS coming and, taking away your livelihood. So we're going to continue on in the article. It says, Rather, the onus for reporting this income will now fall on the payment processors, and these companies will need to issue a 1099-K form for anyone who meets the $600 threshold in 2022. So this starts next year, Weltman notes. And the reality is that the taxpayers were always required to report the income and pay federal income taxes on it, even in the absence of a form, she adds. For people who are doing the right thing, it makes no difference. And that's exactly right. So for the people who have been paying taxes on that stuff, there's been absolutely no problems. You're going to continue business as usual. But for the people that have been skirting their taxes, they're going to have to pay. You're going to have to pay, and it's going to be a little bit of money. But here's the thing: if you have children, that'll offset. If you take business mileage, that'll offset. It's really important to find out, to consult with a tax attorney, a tax accountant. You don't need an attorney unless the IRS is calling you. A tax accountant, and see where you're able to, maybe take a home office deduction, maybe take your internet, maybe take your cell phone if you have a cell phone that's just for business. If you use a portion of your electricity, there are all rules to this, and I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you to consult a tax accountant, and they will tell you how to run a business out of your home, and it works pretty good. So definitely, if you are currently selling on eBay, it's really important that you go out and that you seek the advice from a tax professional so that you can build your business, because I can tell you, there's a lot of upside to eBay. You can make a ton of money. I mean, look at Gary Vee. That dude got started flipping stuff from yard sales, him and his brother, and look where he's at today. So you can very well make a lot of money. So don't let this scare you away. I'm not making this video because I want to scare anyone, but I'm telling you, it's definitely worth your time to set up your business, set it up correctly, spend a little bit of money, and then just start going out there and digging and making that money and finding those items that you can flip on eBay for good money. The next section here, it says why the change, and pretty much this section goes into giving a reason for what these people believe why the change is, and it's so that the government can get every penny that's pretty much owed to them. And what I firmly believe, and this is not me getting political, but I believe the government's wanting to implement a lot of programs that's going to take a lot of money, and they're going to want money for that. So they're going to go out there and they're going to find all of the pennies and nickels and dimes that they can, and most of that's coming out of your pocket. I know that most of our politicians say they're only going to tax people that are making $400,000 or more, but we all know that politicians have a tendency to lie no matter what side of the aisle they're on. And I'm not saying this to get political, so don't go unsubscribe. I don't do that very often on this channel. But I am just saying that that's pretty much what I believe why they're coming after the $600 or more. Because, I mean, you think of all the people that are selling on eBay that don't make $20,000, but how many people do make $600? That's quite a bit. So what they're going to do is they're going to come after that money so that they can make it, and so that they can use it for government programs or whatever the government needs it for. But that being said, I think that it's just going to force people to be a little bit more, shall we say, creative. I think that you'll see a lot more stuff popping up on places like Facebook Marketplace. I think you'll see the resurgence of flea markets, which is good for us as resellers, because we can go to the flea market and buy the stuff. And if you are doing everything above board, and if you're doing everything legitimately, you can go to the flea market, you can buy stuff from these people who don't want to pay the taxes, and then you can go home, you can list it, and you can sell it, and you can pay the taxes. And I have no problem doing that. at all. In fact, I have actually told people that I would sell stuff for them on eBay for 50% of the cut after fees. You know, we'll take the fees out and split it afterwards, and that's pretty awesome because there's absolutely zero work in it for me. I don't have to go source it. I don't have any money invested in it, and I get to keep 50% of the proceeds. So I think that this will help in that area of the game too. So yeah, why the change? Government wants more money. What does that mean for people like us who are filing their taxes? It's more opportunity. The next section here is matching your sales information with the IRS. And for those of you that have never filed taxes before, when you get a 1099-K, they will give you an amount for everything that you sold plus the shipping on top. So if you sold an item, if I sold this remote for $25 plus $5 shipping and handling, and I get a 1099-K, it will be for $30. But there's some things that I can do to mitigate that cost. For one, if it costs me $5 to ship that remote, that I can deduct that off, and then the cost of the box, and that comes off. The cost of the tape comes off, and that gives me the opportunity to lower the price of the profit that I made on that item. And that's pretty much what this section is explaining to you. It's telling you that you can do your home office, website, supplies, mileage for driving related to your business, and that's a big one. So when you go to the post office or when you're outsourcing, that's a really good idea. But the thing is that you're going to have receipts for the items that you buy, or you're going to have some kind of tracking for that. So what I do when I go to, like, say, a yard sale, one of the reasons why I don't go to yard sales is because it's really hard to get receipts, and I'm not really good at bookkeeping because I have ADD. And so what I do is I don't go to a lot of them, but when I do, I take a little notebook with me, and if I spend $50 at a yard sale, I write $50 at the yard sale. I might even write the street that it was on, and then I will list each of the items that I bought. And it just takes a lot of time, and it sucks, but it's one way that I personally do it to be able to keep the record for how much I sold. And that's important because then I know what I can take off for the item. And that's one way of doing an accounting. And then there's cash in, cash out accounting, where people do how much money's coming in and how much money is going out of the business. It's how do you want to do it? It's up to you and your accountant. But that's pretty much what this section is talking about. So there you go. So in summary, what we've learned today is the fact that the government is going to start giving out 1099s for people that make over $600 on pretty much any platform that has a payment processor that is digital. So what you have to look forward to is the fact that you're going to have to start increasing your bookkeeping. You're going to have to be better at keeping your books, and you are going to have to probably reach out to a tax accountant if you are not currently, if you have not paid taxes on your sales. Now is a great time to take some of the profit that you made, go out, consult with a tax accountant, and learn how to set up your business appropriately. Maybe get a tax ID number. That comes in handy when you're a legitimate business. There's a lot of positives. One of the best things is you get a sales tax ID, and I use that to go to Walmart to buy stuff to flip on eBay, and I don't have to pay sales tax. I went in and spent $2,000 before and saved that like 9%. So that's pretty significant. So there is some upsides to it, but I hope this video was helpful to you guys. I hope that you understand that this is coming. I want to let people know because a lot of people have no idea that this is actually coming, that this is something that is going to be facing them down in 2022. And I sure don't want to see in 2023 a lot of you great people out there on eBay boards, on Facebook, going, what do I do? What do I do now? Because I did not pay, I did not save any of my receipts, I did not do anything that I told you to do in this video. And that would just be bad. That would be bad because then you could possibly have $10,000 worth of tax liability, but in reality you only made $4,000, $5,000, and you'll still have to pay taxes on all that. Hopefully you got some munchkins out there like I do. It helped mitigate those tax liabilities. Those things are freaking awesome. Those kids are awesome when it comes tax time. So if you like the video, go down below, maybe hit that thumbs up, maybe hit the punch the subscribe button down there, and let me know. Let me know if this video was helpful to you down below. If you like this style of video, if you do, fantastic. I will do more. And I just want to say thank you for watching. Have a good day. God bless you guys. And as always, the family that picks together sticks together. Have a good day.